You know the days where everything's sorted, budget's balanced, the tea is strong, the mood is calm. Yeah, today's not one of those days. Today is my thank God for a flex fund day. Without it, I would be panic buying candles, ignoring my bank balance, and wondering if I can retire on vibes and hope alone. So if you're in the middle of sorting out your money, planning for early retirement, or just making your life feel a little less financially stressful, you're in the right place. Because what I'm sharing today is one of the small but mighty things that's made a big difference for me. Quick note though, I am not a financial planner, I am not an accountant, I'm just a midlife human figuring it out. And I'm sharing what's helped me in case it helps you too. And if you've ever felt like you're one small crisis away from yelling, I quit, or I'm moving to Portugal, this might be a video worth watching. So let's talk about my unsung hero of my midlife reinvention budget, my flex fund. Okay, my flex fund's not actually in an envelope, even if I like to pretend it is. It's tucked away in a high interest savings account, but in my head, it's right here, ready to step in whenever life gets wobbly, and sometimes I call it my permission to exhale fund. It is not glamorous, it's not a retirement plan on its own, but it's a thing that is quietly helping me inch towards early retirement with my sanity still somewhat intact. Because here's something I've learned in middle life, a flex fund isn't just about money. It's about freedom, peace of mind, and the power to walk away from nonsense calmly and without drama. So let me take you back. I used to think that saving meant building one giant pile of money and locking it away like some kind of dragon guarding its treasure. But life doesn't come in one blaze, it shows up in drips. A broken washing machine, a cancelled flight here, or a week where you're mentally too cooked to cook, and takeaway becomes your expensive therapist. That's when my flex fund steps in. It's not for true emergencies. I've got a separate stash for that. This one, it's the buffer, the trampoline, the soft landing when life does what it does best and surprises you. So, but credit where credit's due, I first got the idea from the barefoot investor. You might have heard of his bucket system. A blow bucket for daily life with a splash of fun. A mojo bucket for emergencies. A grow bucket for long-term future goals and investments. It makes budgeting feel unshamey, doable, and the book's common sense, just with nicer names. So I took the bones of it and I made it mine. My flex fund sits somewhere between a blow and a mojo. It's not here to make me rich, it's here to keep me steady and to give me the mental room to say, yes, I can take a break from work, or no, I don't have to say yes to that soul-sucking freelance gig. Mine started small, $50 a fortnight. Nothing fancy, no windfall, just me squirreling away like a squirrel who also happens to love tea and spreadsheets. And no, I haven't been perfect. There were weeks when the flex fund got to work out. Like when the car got a flat, or when I had that tiny little breakdown that required 3 candles and a massage. But the habit stuck. And now that I am planning for early retirement, that little buffer, it's everything, because I'm not trying to retire with a yacht, but I do want to retire with options, to feel that I'm not trapped and I'm not doing a draining job just to keep the lights on next month. And here's what no one tells you about midlife finances. It is not the big financial decisions that wreck your plans. It's the little ones. It's the just this once spending, the I'll start next month delay. The low level anxiety that creeps in when something breaks and you do not have a plan. That tension builds and it eats away at your confidence. But when you've got a flex fund, even a small one, you feel a little sturdier, sturdier. It's like telling yourself, it's okay. I've got this. You're safe. So if you're sitting there thinking, but I can't save big right now. I've got debt. I've got expenses, chaos. I get it. I really do. But maybe, just maybe, you could start a tiny flex fund of your own. Call it your I'm allowed to change my mind fund, your get out of burnout free card, or I don't have to say yes just because I am broke. Even if it's a few dollars a week, it matters. You'll feel it, that tiny click of power returning to your hands. And honestly, these days, I'm a little less interested in cushions on the sofa and a lot more interested in having a cushion under my life. And that kind of comfort is something I can get behind. So here's to being bold enough to reinvent your life and create something soft to fall back on. And that is better now than never.